Well, hi there. You want to go watch this movie and eat some snacks like popcorn? Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, I legitimately don't know why Pennywise sounds like Yoda when I imitate him, but you know, what the hell. How's it going, guys? My name is Zack. I love discussing all things cinema and entertainment. I love discussing scary movies, especially around this time of year. And I really do appreciate you guys clicking on the thumbnail today. I really hope you enjoy your stay, because next up on the Halloween playlist is the single most popular requested review that I do this year. It's Chapter 1. At least it wasn't marketed as It Chapter 1 back when it came out in 2017. But this was requested by the likes of Amanda from Candid Cinema, Cliff from Is It Any Good. Thank you all so very much to everybody who reached out to me and tell me that I do it right now. No pressure, guys. This one was directed by Andy Muschietti, the oh-so-capable Andy Muschietti. And it stars quite a lovable cast of losers, along with Bill Skarsgard as Pennywise the Dancing Clown, taking over the mantle from the iconic Tim Curry from the 1990 miniseries. Of course, based on the famous novel by Stephen King, we follow 7 young outcasts in Derry, Maine. They're all about to face their worst nightmare, an ancient shape-shifting evil that emerges from the sewer every 27 years to prey on the town's children. Banding together over the course of one horrifying summer, the friends must overcome their own personal fears to battle the murderous, bloodthirsty clown known as Pennywise. Now, before I dig any deeper into this movie, I feel like I should talk just a little bit about the 1990 miniseries starring Tim Curry. He was easily the best part of that miniseries. The first half of it, where it focused on the kids, was very fun. But then it goes to the second half, and it all pretty much falls off a damn cliff. But for what it was for the time period that it came out in, it was pretty good. But this film is on a whole different other level. This one may be the most fun to watch out of every other movie I've reviewed for this playlist this year. This is a creepy haunted house-esque experience that you're getting with it. And that all boils down to some immaculate direction by Andy Muschietti, who I really don't think gets enough credit where it's due. He would of course go on to direct the sequel for it, which would come out a couple of years after this one, and he's penciled in to direct The Flash, which is coming out next year. I'm so happy for him, because he really is an outstanding director. Case in point, this movie right here. It is edited and shot with such frightening precision. Similar to Misery, which I've already reviewed for this playlist, another Stephen King adaptation. Every frame feels like it's trying to squeeze every drop of tension that it can into any given moment. Chief among these moments being the opening title sequence with Georgie chasing the boat his brother Billy made for him. I should note that the chase also has some truly brilliant music by Benjamin Wallfisch, and that's the case with the rest of his score. It creates such a weird feeling of dread throughout the film. And yet there's something about this music and this shot composition, even though it's supposed to instill fear in the audience, I can't help but smile anytime I go back and rewatch this thing. Even with Bill Skarsgard as Pennywise, who is frightening, mind you. His performance truly is the stuff of nightmares. My God. And Skarsgard very much still makes us laugh, similar to how Tim Curry did, but not necessarily in the same way as Tim Curry did, if that makes sense. What made Tim Curry so iconic in roles like Pennywise, like Frankenfurter, like the concierge in Home Alone 2, he is so slyly charming and over the top. It's very theatrical in a lot of ways. Skarsgard's performance, on the other hand, feels like a different, much more grounded and real-life version of the character. And I just couldn't help but smile at how off-putting he was in this film. Especially in that opening scene where we're introduced to him and he introduces himself to Georgie. Now we ain't strangers anymore. And then, of course, he bites Georgie's arm clean off with some horrifying CGI that really, I gotta commend the production department on this. They really did a fantastic job of making Pennywise come to life in the 2010s. It is so gruesome, and that really sets the stage for a very different experience than you'll get from the 90s film. That's really what it's all about. Pennywise only really shows himself when he's ready to feast on the fears of his victims. Whether it involves the way Billy's brother dies, Eddie's germophobic nature, or Beverly's abusive home life, That's what he's really looking for. And it's horrifying the way the film approaches each member of the Losers Club's fears and how they face them. It almost kind of reminds you of that scene with the Boggart in Prisoner of Azkaban, except stretched out over 2 hours. And it's a lot more frightening too, mind you. It's not meant to be played for comedy like David Thewlis had it. Before I forget though, every single member of this young cast, I really don't think they should be overlooked. Bill Skarsgard's performance as Pennywise is ultimately going to be what's most memorable, I think. But across the board, these kids are just so damn great in this film. Everyone, Jaeden Martell, Sophia, Lillis, Jack Dylan Grazer, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things has loads of great one-liners. Damn it, I drew the short straw. You guys are lucky we're not measuring the size of These kids really did remind me a lot of the smart assery that you'd see in stuff like the Goonies or even the Bad News Bears. Not only because of the smart assery, but the true underdog spirit of coming-of-age films like that is still so alive and well here. And how they play off of each other is just so magnificent. You really do feel like they all care about each other and they're looking out for one another through thick and thin. Guys, my adoration for It Chapter 1 is clear. I could gush about this movie for hours and hours and hours. I love it. It's one of my favorite films of 2017, honestly. Literally, my only issue with this film are the jump scares. Not to say that the jump scares are bad or that they're not earned. They're really, really neat, especially when they go into that well house. And while they were fun for all intents and purposes, there may have just been a few bit too many for my taste. But literally, guys, that's my only personal issue with this film. It Chapter 1 really is one of the better Stephen King movie adaptations that's out there. And oddly enough, it actually improves on the novel by eliminating that big WTF moment where Beverly is pleasing all of her child friends. Like, what the f*** was going on there? But joking aside, it also has one of the most terrifying performances, maybe the most terrifying performance since Kathy Bates in Misery. And I would say that this is the perfect example of a mainstream horror film done right. I'm gonna give It Chapter 1 an A. This is one you'll definitely be clowning around with on Halloween this year. Yes, I know, the rage over that forced pun is so delightful, my friends. And yeah, other than that, guys, feel free to make some noise down in the comments section below. Let me know which chapter of the new It films are your personal preference, hot takes only. And also, feel free to let me know what your favorite Stephen King adaptation is. Because I love what I do here. I love discussing all things cinema and entertainment with you guys. If these sound like topics you're interested in discussing along with me further, then I would consider hitting that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. It's absolutely 100% free to you guys. It would be really, really beneficial in helping get this content out there to more people. As would hitting that thumbs up button on your way out, especially if you enjoyed the video. That would be tremendous if you left one of those. And as always, guys, stay tuned for more exciting content hitting this channel very, very soon. Lots of scary new films coming out this weekend to build up to the big day this Sunday. Stuff like Last Night in Soho, Antlers, I will be reviewing those. And of course, up next in this Halloween playlist is the final installment this year. I know. I'm just as sad as you guys are that this is wrapping up. Time really does fly by when you're having fun, though. But guys, it is only fitting that we wrap up this playlist with the namesake of the playlist. We're gonna be looking at Halloween. Yep, John Carpenter's original 1978 classic is what we're gonna be doing next. But guys, clearly I am so giddy to bring these new videos out to you guys and much more. Y'all are the best. I can't thank you guys enough for your support. I'm still so floored. We're almost to 1,000. With all that being said, back talk, commence.